Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing well. In today's video, I've decided, God, I hope that this doesn't turn out to be a disaster. But anyway, I have decided that I am going to merge my daily duo with my hourly life planner. Now, let me just preface this by saying I am only doing the first 6 months of recoiling for several reasons. One, I want to be able to see if this is something that I'm truly going to like, so I only have to commit 6 months to it. I say only 6 months, that's actually quite a long time to me. But also, I ordered another planner with an 18-month coil because I currently only have one, and it's this hourly 18-month. But I ordered a horizontal that I'm going to use as a journal, and since that's going to be used as a journal, I don't need it to be on an 18-month coil, so I'll be uncoiling again if I feel like this is going to work for me and do the second half or the first part of 2021. So there's a couple of reasons also why I'm doing this, because currently I am using a daily duo and my hourly, and this is what I'm having to deal with balancing between the two, and they feel like they weigh 100 pounds together. I never carry both together, so that's not even the issue here. It's that this is what the end of 12 months looks like just in a hourly, and then this is the daily duo, and I'm having a difficult time balancing between the both, but I want both. And I think that it would be more beneficial and effective if they are both on one coil. Now, obviously, I am not a recoiling expert. However, I have done this before. I think that everyone can do it their own way. I have my way. I've watched several other people recoil theirs as well. And I find it to be pretty easy to do, but I think it's a little nerve-wracking right now because I'm filming it. Normally, this would take me not even 10 minutes to do. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The tools that I'm using are 2 binder clips and these pliers from, I think, Amazon. Mine have a plastic cover on the tip, and I feel like that's what works best. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus, but that's what works best for the coil that I am working with. I don't like platinum coils. I also don't like rose gold or black. Gold is my preference, and sometimes it is known to chip when you bend the coil several times over and over again. I have found these to work really, really well for me over the years. I mean, I've had these going on 4 years now, so I've had no issues with them. They're nice and flat, which is really, really nice, and there's just a lot less damage done to the coil using ones that have some sort of plastic on the end. So, all right, first thing that I'm going to do is take everything off of the planner. So no rulers, no covers, no bookmarks, nothing. We're just going to kind of put that all to the side. All right, so the first planner that I'm going to uncoil is the hourly, and I did forget a bookmark. This was a page that I was using to just sort of test out stickers and the sizings and things like that, and I have shared that on my Instagram before. So I just kind of take it like this, kind of clip the binder clips at the top and at the bottom. It is a little bit of a struggle with an 18-month coil, but it can be done. Actually, when I uncoil, for the most part, I don't normally use binder clips. It's been a while since I've had to recoil, but there's really not a need for a binder clip when you uncoil. So we're just gonna put those to the side for right now. Now, what I normally do is you can start from the top or the bottom. It really doesn't matter which way, but I just kind of grab this part of the coil right here to kind of keep things steady and just lift. And what you're gonna wanna look for is to make sure that this part that you just uncoiled lines up with the rest of these. So it needs to come in just a smidge. And there's a reason for doing that. Look at that. You kind of can't even tell where it like disappeared because it's lining up perfectly. But when you uncoil, it can get stuck on the pages. So I'm gonna go ahead and uncoil. I just have to kind of pull this bottom one out just a little bit to get past those pages, but let's go ahead and get started. All right, so there we go. We have the hourly uncoiled. I'm just going to set that aside. All I need right now is the July version of the Daily Duo. So again, I'm gonna take off any rulers, any covers, any bookmarks, anything that'll get in the way of uncoiling. I find that there's no need to really keep the covers on here. Mine still has the perpetual calendar in there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing here and just bend the top part of the coil up, whoops, so that I can uncoil. Okay, there's that coil. That is off. Now, what I'm gonna do, since I know that I am only doing the first half, so through December, I'm just gonna grab all of those pages minus, let's see, I'll just go ahead and grab all the way through the January notes page because I still obviously need the last week of December. So we're only gonna need that part. And let's see, I'm not worried about keeping stickers. I'm not keeping stickers in my planner. I am going to grab the notes page, which my planner came with an upside down notes page, so this is going to be the perfect time to fix that. So I need the notes page, this back part, I'm just gonna take that out of the way there. So notes pages, contacts, let's take out the stickers. Don't need those. And I'm going to keep a cover. And let's just flip this notes page before, whoops, I flipped both pages, but let's just flip the notes page so that it's now facing in the right direction. So this is what we would actually have if we just had 6 months of the hourly. I actually really like that. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and get started with putting both of these together. I feel like I have my camera at a weird angle. All right, so get these things out of the way. So obviously I need the title page, that page where I'm going to put my name, and then the year at a glance. And then we're going to do the weekly pages, which I think the way that I saw a lot of other people do is that they're going to do the month. So there you go, I have July. And then we're going to go to, let's get all these pages that we don't need from this planner, because I don't need the month, I don't need the dashboard, but I am going to need, I want to make sure I didn't confuse myself here. So we have the month. Once I figure it out, once I get my rhythm down, I will be good. So I don't have a July dashboard? I skipped it somehow. July? Okay. Okay, there's the dashboard. I'm not used to the tab being on the month like it was before. Okay, so we have the dashboard, we have the weeks. We don't need this dashboard, so it's going to actually be glued to that page. And then we are going to do all of July's pages. So there's that. And I'm gonna double check this, of course. So we're gonna do all of August pages here. We don't need this tab, we don't need this month, and we don't need this dashboard. But we need the 31st of July. I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting any pages here. So 30, notes page, calendar page, 31 is over here. We will bring over the rest of the month. This is nerve-wracking. I don't know how people film this, but let's go ahead and continue. All right, so this is what we have. And I am still going to double check this. Let's make sure everything is lined up the way that it should be. This is chunky, you guys. Oh my God. Okay, so before I add the folders, because I obviously just one folder, but I don't need the stickers, I'm definitely not gonna add that. So this is how this is going to look. And for me personally, I think it's best to re-flip through and make sure that it makes sense for you. So of course we have the vellum. let's get these folders out of the way. We have the title page. We have the quotes pages. We have this year at a glance, I love. We have this dashboard page, and then we have our notes page. Then we have July month, the July notes and dashboard. Then we go into our weeks washi samples, because those are needed. Okay, so there is that week. And then, yep, I messed it up. So these were the pages. Oh no, this is glued. I didn't mess it up, haha. This will have to be attached to that page. And I did grab my adhesive to do that once everything is coiled. I should probably remove these Post-it notes. All right, so there we have all of the days that go all the way through the 30th. And then you have your August notes page, August title page, the month, notes, dashboard, weeks. I had to think for a second. And then after the weeks, let's see, we will have, let's see, here's the end of August. This page is going to get glued to that page. We have the last day on the 31st, which is still gonna throw me off because that's going to be in August. So I don't know how I feel about that, or if I could move that page over, but then it wouldn't cover this notes page. So I might just leave it over here because that would bug me. If I move this back over to July, that would be weird. No, I don't like that at all. So we're just gonna leave it the way that it is. So then we have all of the August daily pages, September notes page, and so on. So that is that. Now I'm trying to decide if I really want to add the folder or not. This is a lot of pages, you guys, a lot of pages. And I'm just wanting to make sure everything is lined up. I think it's good. I want to make sure that I added my notes pages. I don't know if you guys can tell, like, just how nervous I am. I feel like my notes pages are missing, or I put them in the wrong spot. I did. Let's double check this back section. Something funky is going on here. This is why, you guys, when I do this without filming, I double check this to like no end. Yep, I put December after the notes page. So let's fix that really quick. So this should have actually gone, let's see, we have the December months, or December month notes, dashboard, weeks. Yeah, so all I did was I put the notes page in the wrong spot. So that should actually go here. It would get glued onto here because we don't need that dashboard. And there you go, would be the 30th, first, all the way through the end of December, then the notes page. This is why I double check things. I was like, where did my notes pages go? So there is that, and there's those notes pages. I thought about adding additional notes pages, but honestly, I'm just not sure that that's what I want to do. Okay, I bent a page, there we go. Let's get everything lined back up. Let's get the folder in there. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and add the folder. And hopefully this isn't too thick for my binder clips. Let's see. And I just tap like several times to make sure that all of the pages are nice and even. That looks really good. All right, let's grab one clip here. Oh man, this is like, my binder clips are super tight. Okay, here we go. Whew. All right, I might not need a second binder clip. That looks really, I'm looking at the holes right now, if you guys are wondering. I'm looking to see, and you can't really see because there's not light coming through, but I like to see how well things are lined up because that definitely makes recoiling like a heck of a lot easier. So I think this is it. And of course I'm gonna double check again once I have the coil on there because I don't know, I second guess myself on so many things. All right. So when I go to recoil, see how there's like a bend in the coil there? I'm just gonna gently try to like flatten that out because when you recoil, any bend in the coil is going to make it harder. And that's what I love about these pliers because you can already tell it's a lot less, actually you could probably see better there. It's a lot less bent, like it had that giant, like, I don't know what you'd call that there. And I'm just gonna keep kind of pressing it to flatten it out and make sure everything is lined up. That looks good. And then I'm just gonna start recoiling. All right, so now it is all on the coil. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And now I'm just wishing that I had added some more notes pages, but it is okay. So right now I'm just going to bend the coil in. I'm gonna kind of try to do it in the same exact spot where it was. And what I do again is I hold this top piece, because the last thing I want is for the entire thing to just start bending and it'll look all wonky. And I will just grab it like so, and bam, just like that. And I'm just gonna kind of bend this part down a little bit so that it looks a little bit more like the original coil. I do like the way that that looks. I think that that came out really well. I never bend the bottom part of the coil. I don't know why. I've just figured that you don't really need both to get it done. So now what I'm gonna do, because this is something that I did want to include in part of it, was to glue the pages together that I don't need. That I don't need to see. So here we are again, and this is like probably boring to you guys that I keep flipping through here, but this is honestly truly how I do set up my planner if I do go ahead and recoil. So again, these 2 pages do not need, or just not needed. So I am going to just take a couple pieces of adhesive runner, and I just kind of use my fingers to line them up together, press, and then move on. And I just kind of double check to make sure the pages are there, everything looks good, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing throughout the whole book. All right, so that is everything. I just need to grab a cover to put on here, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead with the layers for the first month, although I really want to do the mid-century circles pattern. I'm loving that new pattern from Erin Condren. Let's see, and I forgot to mention that while I was recoiling, I simply decided to not use binder clips. I am comfortable enough to not use binder clips to hold the planner together, but if you're new, and the binder clips might make you feel better if you've never done recoiling yourself. So, wow, I really like the way that that looks. I feel like I need to bend this coil down just a smidge more though. Let's see. Yes, I like that a lot. And I feel like, let me just double check a page here. Nope, everything's good. It's just kind of sticking out a little weird. Nope, it's just me. It's my eyes. They're messing with me. Okay, that is everything. So now this is the one planner that I will need for the first half of the start of this planner, or for the second half of 2020, I should say. And I am loving it. I had my doubts. I had some serious reservations about doing this, but I'm really excited to dive into this and use this year. Another reason why I really needed to get on the ball and do this was because I would love to share with you guys how I'm going to completely set this up. And obviously I had to do this before I could share how to set up my planner. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you found it helpful. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.